teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Charles, let's discuss the Browns right now as their offense takes the field again. They've won 2 straight.
Break them up.
They're at 4-6-1. I don't think we're ready to put them in the playoff picture just yet, but this is a pretty good football team.
I think you're exactly right. We won't put them in the playoff picture, but do you want to play them right now?
No.
You really don't, because they still carry that stigma of you lost to the Browns, but you're also facing a pretty darn good football team. Last few drafts have been good. Picked up some key free agents. Organization is better. They made the change of head coach and offensive coordinator a few weeks ago. And I think that's galvanized this team. Quarterback Baker Mayfield has seized this ball club, and they're playing really well right now.
Back-to-back victories for the first time in 65 games, the longest stretch in NFL history. They're on the right track.
Yeah, amazing.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 46 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Green Bay's offense trots back onto the field, and this is a team that has struggled. It's 2 straight losses now, 4-6-1, and it's just looking like it might not be their year. They're going to need to run the table and then probably need a little help as well.
And already, their quarterback, their leader, Aaron Rodgers, has powered them to so many playoff appearances when things look bleak. Remember the one year? R-E-L-A-X. Won the division. Remember when he talked about running the table? Ended up getting to the playoffs, if not winning the division. He said yesterday, well, my focus is Arizona. Then we get Atlanta at home. Then we go to Chicago, a place where we've played pretty well and beat the Bears a number of times. Then we go and take on the Jets. And then we're home against Detroit. He pretty much has spelled it out again, the path to the playoffs. Can they make it happen one more time with Aaron Rodgers' words.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Crosby puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Chubb on the counter. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throw it, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A toss play to Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
23 yards on the play. They pitch it to jump, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 4th down, Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
26. Hey, check 26. That's fine, yeah.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, 50.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really begin, get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a three-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC. West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Zoom.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Box it. Get 300.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Rodgers going to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and sneak it here, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Baker Mayfield scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was looking for Landry that time.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
To throw is Rodgers. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That's fine. Yeah. Strong right.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll run it with Jones. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go to Johnson again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Cobb. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
He's back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 58. Here we go. 58.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.